today we are doing what we eat in a day
using rice. So
it's our star ingredient, right?
Yes, Terry's surprising me. So what we are going to do is not only what we eat in a day using rice, or in this case, brown jasmine rice, we are going to show you how you make your breakfast, and while your breakfast is cooking, you prepare your lunch and your dinner. And this way you can have a free day knowing that you're going to have a delicious, wholesome food, and you don't have to labor over your food all day. So we're hoping this is a win-win.
Win-win-win.
For you guys. A little
Breakfast,
bit
lunch, and
different. Not only what we eat in a day, but how we prepare it in one sitting.
Absolutely.
So hopefully this will go well.
Absolutely.
I think it will.
I believe it will.
I'm looking forward to it.
I believe it will.
So we are going to start our breakfast with a sort of a rice pudding. I just lost it in my mind. Did you see that happen? So we love rice pudding, but the traditional rice pudding has a lot of ingredients in it that are not whole food plant-based. But as you know, we are true believers that you can have anything you love whole food plant-based.
Absolutely.
So we are going to start this breakfast with 1 cup of our jasmine brown rice that we just put in here, rinsed, drained, and we're going to put it in our Instant Pot. So 1 cup for us, which I think is plenty for Terry and I as we make all of this delicious stuff. In this 1 cup, we are going to use what I had in here. This is just my normal homemade date paste, what Terry and I make together. So I took a half of a cup of water and 5 dates that Terry pitted for me. And we just put them, boiled the water, put dates in, took it off the heat, let it sit for about 10 minutes, and then I just dump it all in here, and
Simple
we have
and
the
easy.
date paste. So
Simple
this is a half a cup of water and 5 dates, basically blended into a paste. So we want to, this will be our sweetness, because we don't want to add sugar, and you could use maple syrup, but we don't want to have anything refined. So we're going to do this as whole as we can.
Exactly.
And you know what, honey? We've learned this along the way. This isn't anything you learn on the first day or the first month. Or
You're right. We've refined.
Yes.
Speaking of refined, we've refined our process and our substitutions for sweetness and different spices and so on and so forth along the way. So we're glad we can bring it to everyone and save you some time.
Because you know what? You learn as you go. You go into every day in this lifestyle with the best intentions, right?
Yes.
And it takes people and a lot of reading and a lot of research along the way to learn what's the best. So you're not going to know it on the first day. It's okay. That's why we're all here working together.
Exactly.
So in this, honey, that is 3 cups of plant milk. We use this Planet Oat unsweetened, and we chose the vanilla for this breakfast so that we have sort of that sweet flavor, but we absolutely love this Planet Oat milk, and that nice vanilla flavor will be perfect. And then to this, we're gonna add a little bit more vanilla flavor, cinnamon, and flax, because it is breakfast and we do like to get our flax with our breakfast, don't we, honey?
Absolutely.
So we'll find a way to get our flax in here. So in here I'm going to put 2 tablespoons. This is a 2 tablespoon measure. So I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of flax. This is an original recipe, so again, we're sharing this live, but I have hope. This Instant Pot doesn't let me down. So
Never has.
Nope, I'm thinking 1 teaspoon of cinnamon and 1 teaspoon of vanilla.
Okay.
Which
our new vanilla
is brand new, and I haven't opened yet. So, honey, you want to help me with that?
I can certainly help you out here.
Thank you. So what we're going to do is put 1 teaspoon of that. I'm going to mix this up and just try to incorporate it a little bit. And I will tell you that I have never used the porridge setting on this Instant Pot before. But I thought, well, maybe that would be nice, because this is kind of how, like, porridge, right? I mean, I think. So I thought that the flax would be nice for thickening.
Yes.
You know, to sort of thicken a little bit.
Absolutely.
Because we usually use for regular rice, or when we meal prep our rice, we use 2 cups of rice to 2.5 cups of water. Well, this is 1 cup of rice to 3 cups of liquid plus the date paste. So I think that the flax will help. Oh my gosh, it's already smelling wonderful. So it just looks like liquid in here right now. But I'm gonna set this on porridge for 20 minutes.
Okay. That'll be kind of neat to see how that porridge setting actually works.
Yeah. And just like Terry and I, oh good, so I just pushed porridge. It's on the right-hand side, 20 minutes, it's ready to go. 20 minutes, we'll let it slow release just like we do our regular rice for 10 minutes. So we're looking forward to this. It's gotta get up to pressure. Let's call it 35 minutes. While that's cooking for 35 minutes,
on to lunch.
And then we are going to come back right before breakfast, and Terry makes this amazing fresh blueberry sort of syrupy, just from blueberries.
And because I don't eat syrup, I basically replaced it with kind of my own fresh blueberry syrup.
Yes. So he's going to make
really
that, and we're going to have it on top of our porridge.
Absolutely.
So I'm really excited. Or I'm calling it porridge now because I said it for porridge rice pudding. All right, breakfast rice pudding. So let's move on to our lunch, honey.
Okay.
So Terry had an amazing idea today, and he said, how about if we use rice and we make sort of a rice and fruit mixture
salad
that we can have over a salad.
Absolutely.
And I was like, a light bulb came on, because he can just throw things out there like that, and then my mind just goes, wow. That's why we work amazingly as a team, because these ideas are so helpful. Because I think you guys know sometimes it's just hard to come up with the idea.
Absolutely. So we're thinking about rice, what we could make rice, and what would be a great rice lunch. And I'm thinking, oh, you know what? Rice over salad with all the stuff that we like: scallions, celery, apples, plums, raisins.
We went a little crazy. Carrots.
And then we're going to top it off. I have an orange juicer here that I squeeze my oranges with, and we have juice, and we're going to put that
fresh
into our
squeezed orange juice. You could always take your oranges and cut them and squeeze them, but Terry was so kind to squeeze some oranges for us today so we could have some flavor in our rice. And we're going to let this sit in the fridge to marinate together and get beautiful. And then we'll have it at lunch just over some really crispy, beautiful lettuce
that we already
we meal prepped, our meal prep lettuce. Exactly. So it's going to be wonderful. So when Terry and I were talking about it, it's like we need some sweet and we need crunch, and then we have the whole grain from our rice. And so for our crunch, we were thinking celery, and we were thinking apples and some carrot.
Absolutely.
So that gives us some fruit and veggie mixture.
Absolutely.
And then for some of the savory but not overly pungent, some green onion, and then the sweet would be the plums and the raisins. And that together with that fresh squeezed orange juice.
Ooh, it's going to be delicious.
Come on.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I don't think it can fail. So let's get chopping. We are using, for our recipe here, we're going to try 2 ribs of celery, and we're going to just chop them. Terry's cutting an apple with our apple peeler, or our apple corer here, and it
These things are amazing.
Nice.
These things are amazing. If you have never used one, you can get them from Pampered Chef. You can get them from any grocery store, little novelty stores. They work great. It allows us to, slice our apples into little pieces, and then we cut them up into little bite-sized pieces that we can put onto the salad. So it's really great.
It makes it so nice. And we do like to keep the skins on the apples for us, because there is a lot of nutritional value in the skins. So we happen to like that.
Absolutely.
So Terry just cut with that, and I don't think they can see, honey.
2 apples.
So 2 apples. And he took the core right out, and now he's just gonna cut them into bite-sized pieces. And again, this is an original recipe brought to you by Terry and Angel, inspired by my sweetie. So we're really excited. And So we'll chop this stuff up really fast. We're gonna put it in the bowl. Be very careful. I'm not the best chopper in the world. And then I try to zoom through it. Put this stuff in the bowl together.
Absolutely. Well, honey, you're doing pretty good. You're moving along.
I am.
I'm the slow poke here.
No, of course not.
Holy smokes.
I will tell you guys how much green onion we have here once we chop it up so you can kind of get an idea. So that was 2 small apples. We have 2 stalks of celery, chopped however you like it. We kind of like the bite size. And then I am going to call this a half a cup of green onions. So it's about one, you know, one of the, that they put the rubber band around.
Yeah, one little stalk.
Yeah, one little stalk. And I'm just going to leave the real oniony part. Look, my eyes are burning already. I'm blinking like everything, honey. So we're going to do that, put that together.
Okay.
And then we have some really small plums here, but they are so sweet and delicious because we tried them.
They're so sweet and delicious.
And you know what, honey? I'm going to have to wipe my board off here because I am crying like a baby.
Okay, all right. Those onions, especially those green onions, can be very, very strong, so be careful. I'm protected because I have contact lenses. Believe it or not, contact lenses actually are a protective barrier for cutting onions. And when I cut onions sometimes, and even when my eyes start to water, I really know that the onions are really powerful because it even breaks through my protective barrier of my contact lenses. So be careful. Just be very careful.
Absolutely. Thank you, honey. So with these small plums, it looks like we have about 10 that we washed here. And plums sometimes are maybe twice the size of this. So if you were looking at a normal size plum, let's call it 5.
Yeah.
So 5 normal size plums, or 10 smaller ones, or 8, or you know what, if you don't like plums, think about some other kind of sweet fruit that'll add that sweet. You know what, you could also put grapes in this instead of plums. If it's just not, you know, plums are only certain time of the year, right? But you can get grapes all year round.
Absolutely.
So that might be a good alternative because plums are almost done around here. So that's why they're so sweet right now, because it's just turning over that time of year.
Yes. And it's funny, I never really noticed the seasons and how it relates to fruit, and how some fruits are more generous and just look better and taste better, and are just better quality. And so Angel pointed it out to me. She goes, oh, this is the season for bananas, or this is the season for oranges. And I'm like, I didn't know there was such a season for fruit, but there is. There really is a season for all different types of fruit. So
absolutely. I mean, I was telling Terry, because you think about oranges, to his point, in the summertime, and where we live on the East Coast, oranges are the most vibrant, delicious, and sweet and large in like February. Is the best, absolute best month. Starting in January, the oranges are just amazing.
I'm gonna try to cut these, and we're gonna have.
I'm just cutting these into bite-sized pieces.
Okay.
So I'm cutting the plums
Let me jump here and help
into bite-sized pieces.
Okay.
And then we kind of cheated on the carrots a little bit. We happen to have some shredded carrots that sometimes we throw on our salads.
Yes.
And so we're just gonna throw some of those already sort of shredded carrots into this bowl. All right, so we have our everything, our plums and our carrots and everything, and now we're gonna put, well, honey, half a cup of raisins, you think? Okay.
Half a cup is fine.
Half a cup of raisins, and let's see what we're gonna, we normally just dump some rice or something in here, but I do wanna measure. So when you guys try this recipe, you'll know that's about how much Terry and Angel used.
Yep.
So I'm gonna start with 2 cups of rice and see what that looks like. This is gonna be so sweet and so balanced, and this is a one plate meal, because you're gonna have your grains and your rice
all your veggies, fruit.
Maybe 2 cups.
2 cups looks good.
It's perfect.
Yeah, 2 cups looks really good.
So let's
Move
try
that
to
up here a
scoot
little
this
bit.
out of the way and let's.
All right.
Oh yeah, this is really nice
Oh
with the 2
wow, that
cups.
looks really good.
Then what we're gonna do? Ooh,
Great consistency.
I can't wait to try this.
Absolutely.
Let's
great
drizzle some of our fresh squeezed orange juice on here, honey.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna do like maybe half a cup, a quarter of a cup.
Let's start with a quarter of a cup and
Okay.
just see how much we think.
Okay. This is a quarter of a cup.
Yep. We'll just drizzle that on there.
Okay.
Then
Fresh
we'll
squeezed
just
orange
see
juice.
how. Oh my gosh, that
Oh,
orange juice
Smells
smells
delicious.
incredible.
And it just moistened it up just enough. Would give you that.
What do you
that
think?
nice
Do you want to get
consistency.
a little bit more?
Yeah.
Because
we'll
it's
do
gonna
just a-
sit. You know what?
a
It's
little
gonna
bit more.
sit in the fridge. So
So we'll do half a cup.
yeah, let's do half a cup. It's gonna sit in the fridge, and you can't go wrong with fresh squeezed orange
No.
juice. I mean, we squeeze fresh oranges.
We have a little
Oh,
left
that
over.
feels really nice. You can take a swig of it, honey. It's
There you
delicious.
go. Look at that. Cheers.
Fresh to cheers. Salud.
Wow. Fresh.
This-
Nothing like fresh squeezed orange juice.
This is
Perfect.
smelling and looking delicious.
Perfect.
Thank you
Wow.
for this idea, honey. I
You're
cannot
welcome.
wait to
You're
taste
welcome.
this. Look at that. That is
So
awesome.
we're gonna put this in the fridge and let it chill.
Yep, we'll put this in the fridge, let it chill. Our Instant Pot just got up to pressure, so it's cooking away our breakfast. And now we're gonna move on to dinner.
Okay, we have our lunch in the fridge, and now we're moving on to dinner.
And we had to clean up a little bit because I have such a hard time cleaning in a messy area or cleaning,
Cooking.
working and cooking. I just can't function with a lot of stuff around too well. So really quickly got that in, got some of the mess off of here, and now we're ready to go.
All right.
So it was about a 5-minute intermission, right? So for tonight's dinner, we are going to make a Southwest stuffed peppers. So you guys know we love the colored peppers.
Absolutely.
And then we'll make enough, or we'll have enough for tonight's dinner and then lunch. So the next day, so it'll be great. We like to wash and clean them, cut the tops off. You don't need the tops, but if you put them back on, they're just kind of
Looks
pretty.
nice, yeah.
So it's just pretty.
Absolutely.
So we have our tops here.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we break the top, but you can just put it back together and
Absolutely.
it's fine. So we have 4 here in a little casserole dish, and it's perfect. Terry's gonna do some mixing.
Okay.
We're gonna use more of our rice, just like we did for our lunch.
Our star ingredient.
Our star ingredient here. So let's measure it out, honey. Let's 1 cup.
1 cup.
And let's see, we have 4 here, so
All right.
maybe you think a little bit more?
Maybe a little bit more. Maybe like 2.5 cups. Yep, 2.5 cups.
2.5 cups of rice.
All right. Because these are going to be jumbo stuffed peppers.
That's right. And then we are gonna we just have frozen corn. You could use whatever you want, but since these are sort of gonna be Southwest style, we're gonna use this roasted corn, but it's just corn.
Yeah.
You can find roasted corn at Trader Joe's. You can actually find it at Whole Foods now. I'm really excited. I'm gonna put 2 cups of this because Terry absolutely loves this corn.
Absolutely.
This corn especially. So we're gonna put 2 cups of that in there, and then you can use 1 can, 15-ounce can of drained and rinsed black beans, or if you can, 1 pint of black beans.
Okay.
So we're gonna put that in there, honey, if you wanna take those out for me, that's amazing. And then for our sort of, add any spices that you like to yours, whatever Southwest spices you like. If you like more chipotle and smoked flavors, add those flavors. For us, we're gonna add some of the flavors that we love. So we're gonna use, obviously, paprika. This is just plain paprika. It's not smoked or chipotle, but you could add yours. So 1 teaspoon of paprika. And I'm just gonna try to keep this really simple. 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon.
Any extra, I'll eat.
That's right, anything that's left in there. Chili powder.
Okay.
So 1 teaspoon of chili powder.
Okay.
I'm gonna use 1 teaspoon of my sugar-free rib rack rub. I don't know why, it adds a certain level
So good.
of something when we make Southwest things. There's some really wonderful Mrs. Dash Southwest seasonings that we also use a lot, but I just didn't have it out for this, so we're not going to use it.
That's a good one. Yeah.
That is a good one. And then garlic powder, let's call it 1 teaspoon.
Okay.
So far 1 teaspoon of all of our things. And then for the Southwest Nutritional yeast, as you know, we love this nacho spice nutritional yeast. So I'm actually gonna put, because I didn't have a tablespoon out, honey, so I'm measuring 2 I kind of know, but you guys probably do too. 2 tablespoons of the nacho spice nutritional yeast to give it sort of that little kick.
Yes.
And then we don't have to add any peppers or anything like that. So how is that feeling
Coming
and
along
looking to you?
really, really good. Really, really well. Smells delicious.
Smells yummy as usual. So what we're gonna do, if I can help you, sweetie. Perfect. We are just gonna fill these with our lovely mixture, and I mean you can taste your mixture to see if you like it.
Yeah.
We
Probably
know.
just gonna fill. That's a little better to fill.
Oh, okay. I was gonna help. And so we're just gonna fill these and overfill them.
I was gonna say we have plenty here.
We like pile it up nice and generous, and we will use these. Like I said, it'll be dinner and lunch the next day. But these are really, really, really pretty. And
servings.
you could just put the little lids on top. Look how nice they look. We'll just fill all 4 of them.
Yep.
And then you could either use for sort of your base, or I like to have a little water sort of liquidy substance in here so that they steam, so that it steams the peppers and all that. But instead of putting water in here, because it's a Southwest meal, I thought, well, if I had a can of diced tomatoes with some chilies, like usually how we make our chili, honey, with the diced tomatoes and chilies, or a can of Rotel, and I looked and I didn't have it. So never fear. Like I said, you could put water, or I went into the fridge, and because we always have all kinds of salsas and stuff.
Yes.
And I found this Salsa Verde. We recently purchased this, and it's like a roasted flavor, and it's medium. It obviously has no fat. It actually has fire roasted onions and jalapenos and peppers and garlic, lime, you know, cilantro. So it's really, really good. It doesn't have any added stuff, so I like this. But if it does have a little bit of sodium in it, so be careful. But it doesn't have any sugar, so there's just some sodium in it. So what we're gonna do for this is, and I'm not gonna put a lot just because it does have some sodium, but I just want to create a little bit of a liquid base. Again, if I had the canned tomatoes or Rotel, I would probably dump that on here. But I just want to dump a little bit for flavor and to get some.
Tumbling
overboard.
But that was the perfect amount, as you can see.
How crazy is that?
Look at that.
That was the perfect amount.
I actually thought we were gonna have a lot left over, but we didn't.
That's incredible. So what we're gonna do is get some parchment paper. Sorry for the noise. I know it can be frustrating. So we're gonna put parchment paper over top of these, and then we're gonna put aluminum foil. We're gonna put them in the fridge, and let's call it an hour before dinner. We're gonna pop these in the oven on 350 degrees for, let's call it 45 minutes. And you know, you could do it to your liking. However, well, remember, everything's cooked except for the pepper.
Yes.
So do it to your liking. We're gonna do ours 350, 45 minutes, and they should be nice and delicious and just all the flavors incorporating together. And the cool thing about making it in the morning, like we're doing now, is that all of these flavors are going to sit together all day.
Yes.
Until we're ready.
Yes.
And so then you have that extra layer of flavor.
Yes.
In there, like you figure the salsa is sitting on the bottom of those peppers. And so we will pop this in the fridge along with our lunch is already in the fridge. We just have a couple more minutes on our breakfast rice pudding and we're ready to go.
Ready to go, ready to rock and roll. All right, everyone, this has been great. We can't wait to come back, right?
Yeah.
All right, everyone, we had just enough time to get everything cleaned up and we are back for our breakfast, right, honey?
Yes, we are. So, like we said, we let 10 minutes expire, so slow release on our Instant Pot. And, ooh, we gotta get the pressure off. There we go. So,
let's see.
Ooh,
looks yummy, honey. Looks yummy.
The cinnamon smell.
And while we're pouring that, or I should say, stirring that up, let me tell you what I did with the blueberry sauce. So I used 1 cup of frozen blueberries, half a cup of water. I actually put it on the stove, simmered until it was soft, and then I used kind of an old school potato masher and just pressed down on them, and just made them so that the actual blueberries kind of just disperse within the water, and look, just perfect.
Absolutely.
Like a blueberry syrup. So you'll see when we pour it on, but
so fresh or frozen blueberries?
Frozen blueberries. Thanks, honey. Frozen blueberries.
But sometimes you use fresh.
Sometimes I use fresh. You can use fresh or you can use frozen. These were organic frozen blueberries.
Yep.
So.
Isn't it funny? You can tell he uses this potato masher. That's all purple. That's so cute. I don't even know where this came from. It is so old, but you can mash with a spoon or something like that. It's so cute, honey. So we are gonna dig into this. As I can tell that this would get thicker as it sits. So if you want it thicker, it actually is more like a porridge. This is too hot. I cannot hold this in my hand. But as you can see, no, it's okay, honey. I'll just move it up in the dish. Aw, thank you.
Good, you can see.
So you can see, oh my gosh. And we don't have the smeller yet, but I guarantee you this smells like
it smells delicious.
Sweet cinnamon.
It does. It does.
So as it sits here, it would get a little bit thicker, but I think this is actually...
So the porridge setting actually worked perfect.
Yes, I cannot wait to taste this, actually. And we are going to try this today.
Absolutely.
We're going to have... Guys, we decided since we made everything at breakfast like this, that we are going to have our... Sorry for the splash, honey.
It's okay.
We are going to have our go-to salads with our meals today. So
Absolutely.
It's just real easy. We have a lot on our agenda today to get done personally. So we are just gonna go ahead and eat these with go-to salads. I cannot believe the smell of this.
I know, I can't wait to dig in.
I cannot believe. So we can try it with a little bit of blueberry sauce. I want to try it both plain.
Okay.
Can you just
why don't we do this one plain and do yours with a little bit of blueberry?
Yeah, or
what do you think?
Just
kind of drizzle it on?
No, I'm just going to put some on the side right here.
Oh, that's even better. I like that.
And then we'll try it.
Okay.
Oh my gosh.
Let me try yours.
This looks so good. Let's try the blueberry because I love...
Well, I actually have a blueberry.
And I am going to wait for a minute because this is really, really hot.
It's super hot, so you got to be careful.
Yes, absolutely. But I love Terry's blueberry sauce. We actually eat it now over our pumpkin waffles.
Yes.
It's just amazing. And there, as you heard, you didn't hear him say he put any maple syrup in that or anything. For some reason, those blueberries are so sweet.
Oh my God.
And we love them. You could do the same thing with strawberries or
peaches,
mango.
Absolutely.
Any kind, because he did use the organic frozen fruit.
Yeah.
So you can do anything you like, or you can mix fruits together. That's fine too. But I'll tell you, this has been a winner. And for quite a few months, Terry and I have been using this on our waffles and things that we make in the morning. So
absolutely.
What do you think, honey? You think it's cool enough? Let's
Salud.
try. Salud, honey. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
Mmm.
The cinnamon.
Very cinnamony. I'm gonna try plain.
With the dates, perfect.
The date paste really worked out nicely. Really.
The rice is cooked perfect. So soft.
It's not, yeah, but it's not like mushy.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's perfect.
The rice is
Perfect
not
texture.
mushy.
Wow.
If you want yours sweeter, because when you use the date paste, sometimes it's not really sweet. You could add more dates to it
Yes.
than this. This is not ultra sweet. It's just fair warning.
But it's just sweet enough. I mean,
Yeah.
it's a breakfast sweet to me.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
I think it's perfect. And
It's
again,
not
there's
a
no
dessert.
exactly. And again, there's no added sugar, but it's perfect.
This-
Consistency is perfect.
Oh my gosh. This is really,
really knocked
good.
it out of the box,
So
babe.
do you
That's
like
really
it with
good.
the blueberry or plain?
I like it both. I think it's equally as good. I mean, the blueberry adds a little accent and a little taste, kind of a fruity taste. But you can't go wrong.
I'm just gonna
Can't go
keep
wrong at all.
eating it on both sides and decide
Can't
which
go
one.
wrong. I mean, this has been awesome. Awesome. I can't wait for you guys to taste.
Without
and let
the
us know what you
blueberries.
think. And they may try a different sauce. They may try a different, combination in terms of the spices and so on and so forth. So you gotta let us know.
This side without the blueberries is more of that traditional rice pudding.
Yes, agreed.
But I do like them both. That's amazing. So yummy, yummy, yummy in our tummies. That was fun.
Absolutely. Sorry, I made
Easy
a mess.
breakfast. Oh, that's fine, honey. And just look how quickly he wiped it up. Gorgeous. So we will be back to tell you how fabulous. We're just anticipating a fabulous lunch. So
Absolutely.
we'll be back to show you. But here's the good news. We can do this 1, 2, 3 because everything's prepared and ready to go. So the rest of the day is ours.
Absolutely.
All right.
Hope you guys like it.
Sweetie.
Oh,
Okay,
you're
see you
welcome.
soon.
Bye. Hi, everyone. We are back for lunch. Breakfast was so delicious.
It was so good, and it gave us a lot of energy. We are cutting through our list today because
Absolutely.
everything was already prepared, but
Absolutely.
we are ready to eat, and we're hungry.
Absolutely.
So here is the salad we prepared at breakfast time, our rice and fruit salad. And Terry is gonna take some of our meal prepped lettuce and put it in our bowls.
Meal prep, so it makes it really easy because it's already prepped for our meal.
Yes, absolutely. Yes. Ooh, that's beautiful. Thank
good-
you.
good amount there
Yes,
for you?
that's perfect for me. So just some mixed lettuce, however you like it. And then some of this beautiful salad. And you know what? That half a cup of orange juice was right. I can just sort of feel it when I'm mixing it.
Nice.
That as it sat in the fridge, and it still has that beautiful orange smell.
Does it? Oh my God.
But sometimes orange juice can be a little bit bitter, but we know that those oranges were sweet, so we know, we're assuming that it won't be bitter. But
Look at
here's
that.
our beautiful salad. We're just gonna put it over top of here, and wow.
And it smells delicious.
What a balanced, beautiful meal, honey.
You're right.
Honestly.
Right, it's absolutely balanced.
This
Absolutely perfect.
gorgeous. And I think us putting some of that crispy and sweet together is just incredible.
Exactly.
So this
Wow.
is just, wow.
Looks magnificent. I can't
We're
wait to dig in.
excited.
Can't wait to dig
Okay.
in.
You could always drizzle a balsamic on here of whatever kind you like. I'm thinking that we probably don't need it.
No, with the orange
But I
juice.
would like to try it. I'm just saying, as an option for everybody else, maybe you'd like to try it.
I want to make sure I
with
get an
the
apple
ball.
so from our crisp.
Our crisp, I have an
And a
apple.
raisin.
And,
Raisin.
yep. Oh my gosh,
Salud.
salud, honey.
Mmm.
Mm-mm.
Wow.
I love this.
Perfect. And I got a little bit of everything in that bite. I had the apple, I had the raisin. Oh my gosh. The
I
rice.
love this.
Unbelievable. The plum.
You know what?
Winner.
That's celery. Because I got a little
Oh, I
bit of
forgot
the
about
taste
the
of the
celery, yes.
celery.
Yes.
And I got a little bit of the taste of the green onion. And that, don't leave those out, guys. Unless you really don't like them. But this is magnificent.
No, you're right. They really accent the taste. Both the green onion And the celery. Wow. Tremendous.
This just moved way up the list.
Tremendous.
There's something special about this. You absolutely do not need anything on this.
And it's so light and refreshing, isn't it?
Absolutely.
Outside of being tasteful, it's so light and refreshing. Wow.
This is delicious. If
Wow.
you really wanted to kick it up and make it more robust, you could even put chickpeas in it.
Chickpeas, you can use seeds, you can sprinkle a few nuts over the top.
If you like that, you could add that to it just in the end.
Yeah, absolutely.
But for me, this is a thumbs up. Oh my
Double
gosh.
thumbs up. Way to go,
Yay.
babe. Way to
Well,
go.
we're going to have our lunch.
Whose idea was this?
It was a team effort.
It was both of our ideas. No,
it was
absolutely.
a team effort.
Because I was thinking, what could we do with the rice? And you came up with all these beautiful fruits and combinations, and with the cucumber and the onion. I would have never thought the cucumber and the onion would accent this salad so well, but it did.
He means celery.
I mean celery, I'm sorry.
But you know what? Actually, cucumber is a great idea.
Yeah,
Now I got all kinds. But the truth be told, I would have never thought about a rice and fruit salad. That came together perfectly. Guys, please try this. I mean, I'm serious. This is delicious.
It is.
So we'll be back to let you know how our dinner tastes, guys.
All right, guys. We'll see you back
later.
later.
See you soon.
Okay, bye. Hi, everyone. It's time for dinner.
Ooh.
I cannot wait.
You know,
I know these are going to be delicious.
Absolutely. Well, they smell so good. I love the smell of like this peppers cooking. But one thing today, I mean, we've been eating sort of these rice dishes all day, the brown rice, and it really kept me anyway satisfied. And I didn't hear you complaining about being hungry. So it's been really satisfying. And I think some of the things that we made were so satisfying. So we cooked these peppers on 350. We did check them after 45 minutes and the peppers still felt a little bit firm. So we cooked them actually for like an hour and 10 minutes. And then they've been sitting here about 10 or 15 minutes just to get a little bit cooler. But hopefully,
they are full.
Hopefully, I'm hoping that they can see them, honey, but just in case, we will let you see how nice they are. Oh, look, they're still steaming. So that's so nice. And we're gonna eat these, Terry and I, with a side of our go-to salad, which we've already put on our plates because we are ready to eat. Although we've been satisfied all day, we are definitely ready to have our dinner.
You want me to help you?
So, no, I don't want to burn you. So,
look at there.
One for me.
Okay.
Ooh, look how pretty it is. And I actually love the orange too. So, hey, maybe we'll share, honey. Maybe we can share off each other's plates so I can get a part of the orange too. That's fine. That's perfect. Don't get burnt, sweetie. Oh, look at him fixing it. So it's so pretty. Look at that.
Perfect.
That's so nice. So the peppers definitely, I love the orange. It's so sweet. I'll eat them like apples. I just love them so much. But honey, let's dig in, and I'm definitely getting some of that orange pepper. So you come over here and share.
You want to share?
Yeah, so I can just say I shared.
Okay.
So that you have to share with me, and we'll get half. We'll get half and half. I want to show how nice this is when you cut it. You cut it open.
Look at that.
Isn't that gorgeous?
And the smell is unbelievable. Wow.
This is awesome.
Can't wait to dig in.
So let's do it.
Okay, you're gonna go after that half. I'll go after this half.
Yes, absolutely. Now we just want to get a little piece of the pepper.
I want to get a little bit of everything, right?
Yes, and the filling. Wow, this is gonna be so satisfying. It is kind of hot, but salud, sweetie.
Wow. The crunch from the pepper, along with the rice and the beans and the corn, just gives you that perfect texture in your mouth. And there was a little crisp, almost like a squirt, because the peppers are done perfectly.
Isn't that crazy?
Perfectly. They were a little bit, you're right, they were a little bit too crisp at 45 minutes.
Yeah.
We kept them in a little longer. Perfect.
Perfect. And then we have the juice down here, which we just really used as a steam.
Yeah.
So if you wanted to drizzle a little bit of the juice on top to have a little bit of your salsa or salsa of your choice or whatever you are, that whatever you'd like to use for condiments.
Absolutely.
But I'm really happy and pleased with this. I'll tell you, I mean, we've been eating this way for so long that I don't even consider or want to eat meat, and there's absolutely no desire. But I often wonder how could you miss the meat when you're eating something
so delicious,
so hearty and robust,
and filling and delicious. To your point, and hearty. Wow. Wow.
I love it.
With the sauce.
That sauce, you know what? That sauce cooked for that hour and 10 minutes with those peppers, so it took on a whole new taste. Wow.
Wow. I
really
eat my
enjoyed
entire
this.
dinner right here on the.
Yes, I really, really thoroughly enjoyed this, and obviously we know we love the salad.
This
Do you
was
need
fabulous.
a napkin, sweetie?
Absolutely fabulous. Wow.
So we are gonna go finish our meal for the day, and I gotta tell you, we've had such a nice day.
We have.
I won't call it our honey-do list, honey's do list. Getting things done that were on our list. It was so nice preparing these meals in 20-30 minutes this morning.
Easy.
And then enjoying and anticipating what the meals would taste like. It was really fun.
Absolutely.
I really enjoyed this. So
I agree, honey. I
hope you guys liked it too and learned something new. We'll
If you
definitely subscribe, and we'll have the recipes for you in the subscription box. Have a great rest of your weekend, guys.
Absolutely. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.